Anthropic question. Defining a model redline. Let's talk about the exact line your AI is never allowed to cross. If you're interviewing at Anthropic, they'll ask how you define a red line for a new model. As a product manager, you care because a missing red line means your app could give out dangerous advice and get you sued. On one side, you want the AI to be super helpful. On the other side, you need it to stop before it hurts someone. Think back to our factory floor metaphor, where robots are building cars on an assembly line. The raw materials come in, the robot arms weld the parts, and the finished car rolls out the door. Now imagine we paint a thick yellow line on the floor right in front of the human workers. In AI, we call this a red line. It's the strict boundary a model cannot cross no matter what the user asks. We stack up rules to build that wall. Rule 1 is no medical guesses. Rule 2 is no illegal tips. First, the robot does its normal job. Second, it gets too close to the yellow line. Third, a sensor trips and kills the power. The robot freezes completely because crossing that painted line is physically impossible. The system checks the prompt, sees a red line topic, and loops back to give a safe refusal message instead. But here's where the factory metaphor breaks down. An AI doesn't have a physical body to stop. Language models just predict the next word, so they don't actually see a physical wall in front of them. Instead of a wall, the red line is a math filter. It blocks certain word paths and forces the model down a safe route. Say a user asks your fitness app to diagnose their chest pain. The model spots the medical red line right away. It refuses to guess the illness and tells the user to call a doctor immediately. The model could guess the illness, or it could give a generic tip, but the red line forces it to pick the refusal. Your first move is to map the chips. List every single topic your model must absolutely refuse to answer. Next, you test the edges. You throw 100 tricky prompts at the model to see if it leaks past the red line. Finally, you track those failures over time to make sure the red line doesn't drift as you update the app. A red line isn't just a suggestion. It's the hard math break that keeps your product out of the news for the wrong reasons. So when Anthropic asks you this, tell them you build red lines by mapping risks and testing the math filters. Define the line, test the breaks, and keep your users safe. See you in the next lesson.